All right, for the first time, really ever, in our ABC7 studio, director and personal trainer Eric Stratman from Phat Health joins us live.
Yeah, and his topic this morning, Doughnut, tell me what to eat. Eric.
Right, let's look through those goggles.
We got an assortment here this morning.
It's beautiful,
Looks very tempting.
Okay, dig in, guys.
Oh,
dig
gosh.
I'm
gonna have to wait, but I'm eyeing them.
Yeah, well,
sprinkles.
No, don't touch the one that I'm gonna want.
Okay.
All right, that's all I'm gonna say. We're serious about
Gotta
donuts.
lick the one you want, right?
There you go. Claim it.
Next weekend is a holiday weekend, July 4th. This is a big celebration holiday across the entire country. And a lot of people, they're exercising throughout the week. They're very schedule regimented, whatnot. But it's important that when you're talking about nutrition, nutrition includes these sweet treats.
Absolutely, and it's about living your life in a manner that you know you can really enjoy it, because we always associate with getting healthy, diet, and these treats are totally out of the picture. So we got to really refrain from those things. We got to put ourselves in a position that we're like, I can only eat strict regimented foods. And then what happens? You end up falling off the wagon, and that's it. It's all about sustainability for any approach I have with any client I work with on nutrition, because it really, at the base of what we call our pyramid, it's calories. So how many calories you taking in, how many calories you expending each day. So no matter if you have one of these donuts, which they vary from 200 calories to about 350 calories in this particular box, you know, that is just away from your calorie budget each day. So understanding that taking this in, although not ideal, we're not going to look at this and go, man, it's much better than broccoli or chicken or sweet potatoes, but it's really all about calories. So if you can help yourself and say, okay, well, out of my calorie budget, this is what I'm going to have today, or whatever the creamer is you're putting in your coffee, whatever snack it is you have at lunch. It doesn't have to be donuts, although they're very, good in the morning if you're like, hey, I gotta have it. So this is something that we want people to understand, that it's not off limits. We want to know that you're able to indulge on something without going overboard, because you realize like it's part of your calorie balance and your calorie budget each day.
And you have a saying too. I mean, and I don't want to botch it here, but it's talking about perfection and then also consistency.
Yeah.
And what exactly is that saying?
So consistently average trumps seldom perfection, greater than seldom perfection. So it's really understanding that if you are consistently average on your calories, you're hitting the calorie goal you have each day. On average, you're 80% of the time you're hitting that, you're going to do very well, instead of saying, okay, well, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday I was perfect, Thursday we had a lunch at work, and then I'm getting back on it on Monday, and you just go bananas and everything's off the rails, and instead of having one or two donuts, you have the box, and then you're going to get another one. That's what's important, with a large chocolate milk next to it. That could really throw a wrench into the progress, but it's just an understanding like, hey, these things show up at work. These things are, part of a lot of get-togethers, or whether it's, the holiday weekend coming up. It's understanding how much of it are you having in, and we always talk about logging our food and understanding how many calories we have, so you understand, like, this is what I'm going to have. This is really a benefit to me mentally and physically, because I can stay consistently average and get rid of that seldom perfection.
I'm glad that you said logging, because logging is so important when you do just count your calories. And I mean, oh my gosh, these look so great.
Get in there.
I know, we're going to have to wait. We're going to have to wait.
Boston cream.
Boston cream pie.
Just because Eric's going to be sticking with us for another hour, giving us some tips, what you should do before you celebrate the 4th of July next weekend. I think it's going to have to do with drinking a lot of water beforehand. I'm just guessing. But stick around for an hour to get that answer. Some exciting news. So this is for the second time in our ABC7 studio, director and personal trainer Eric Stratman from Phat Health is joining us live.
And his topic this morning is, Doughnut, tell me what to eat. And you got a whole assortment for us this morning.
That's it, right?
Donuts burn calories.
That's it.
It's
done. Have a nice day.
There you go.
Not correct. What we're talking about this morning, though, Eric, is that we have the holiday weekend coming up. I know that's a good transition, but this applies to nutrition in general. You have donuts, you have the sweet treats around you. It's the summer, people are indulging, and indulging is an important part of nutrition.
Absolutely, and as we talk about consistently average trumps seldom perfection, and being able to have something like this and go, okay, well, it's not ruining my diet, or it's not putting me in a mindset where I just have to have the rest of the day, the rest of the week, just eat whatever you can and have that seafood diet, right? You see food, you eat it. So, talking about fitness, okay, I'm in the fitness donut in my mouth. I want to know that I can eat a donut or a slice of pizza and not feel like, okay, well, my health is out the window because I'm not having just steamed broccoli and chicken and brown rice. That's not it. It's about really living your life and knowing that you're keeping that consistency and understanding the calories you're taking in, how many your body needs a day, and just tracking that and staying within a calorie budget each day. And you can definitely indulge on this and the other foods you love if you're not a donut person, not somebody that probably want to be a friend with, but you know, you can't trust people that don't like donuts.
Not in the
but,
inner circle.
You know, that's it. No, I like that where you went with the circle. So.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I just
there
got
you
that.
go.
Well,
There we
Jesslyn
go.
and
meant
I
to
are
do
certainly donut fans, but I think importantly, and you saw it on the screen there, we're talking about two words, at least one of them popped up. We're talking about moderation, and then we're also talking about consistency, because you have to stay on track. You indulge one day, you have to be consistent with your workout routine, because then it can spiral out of control. So indulge, enjoy, but also stay consistent.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, you have that consistent routine, and that's what, you know, you talk about exercise, that enables you to have an even higher level of calories for that day. So it gives you that opportunity. If you're like, hey, I had 2 donuts, well, I'm just going to walk for an extra 30 minutes just to offset what I overdid on my calories. Because if we look at that small deficit, and people should be in a very small deficit, 200 to 300 calories a day if they want to lose weight, but maintaining, and most men are around 2,000 calories a day, most women are around 1,500 calories a day. And that's a lot of calories. So if you have one of these donuts that are between 200 and 350 calories, you're saying, okay, I'm going to take that away from my budget, and whatever the rest of the day holds, it is. But as we talked about in the first segment, and I know you're a big fan of tracking, right?
Yes.
So tracking your calories and understanding that you're staying within that budget, so you never feel like, oh, I'm cheating on my diet. You know, we're going to have those days at 4th of July coming up next weekend. We want to know that, hey, we have that day, we're grilling hot dogs, we're having donuts, we're doing our thing. And if you go off the rails, the key is the next day getting right back on, not going, okay, well, I'm going to let this go till summer. You know, hey, when, you know, school starts back up, I'll get back on it, because that's where things can, you know, spiral out of control.
Simply, you see the piece of cake, you want the piece of cake, eat the piece of cake.
Go for it.
Just get back into your workout
That's
routine
it.
if you can. Quickly, we have about 30 seconds. I just wanted to know the breakdown between nutrition and exercise to lose weight. How much is really nutrition, and then how much is exercise?
Well, we know exercise is the fun part. Everybody's excited, they sweat, and it's really about 30% of your weight loss journey. You know, I think it's an important part of your health journey too, because we want to look at cardiovascular health. Resistance training is so important, that we've talked about before. So 70% of it is nutrition. So understanding that, let's get on a diet that is sustainable to our lifestyle, not something that we feel like is super restrictive, that we're on 2 weeks out of every 4 months. You know, we're like, we get frustrated, okay, 2 weeks we're going to go really hard, and nope, not going to do it. Let's just stay consistent.
I keep staring at the one donut, so Jesslyn, just don't go for it when we go into
I like the
commercial break.
Boston cream. I'm going
Always
for
want to
that.
thank Eric Stratman, Phat Dad.